It says 3 seconds to live, vamp for time, freewheel personal anecdote or story. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We are going to be trying take 2 at our trivia game, D&D based trivia in the style of actually my favorite trivia game show of all time. Joining us,
it's my favorite TV game show of all time.
Excellent correction and on point. Joining us today is Andrew, Zell Wave, Sav, and the mystery one behind the curtain, Destiny, who will be running all of our tech back end today, because it seems like this was a 2-man operation the first time. There were some heated conversations about the buzzer not being refreshed in time. So it's best to just have like a whole person whose sole responsibility is to make sure that buzzer is available, because are you guys ready to hear the rules and get started on this? Does anybody have any pregame trash talking or
No, I just love rules.
There are not
I
many.
notice how you're not playing this time because you got your ass beat too bad.
It's true.
I didn't expect trash talk against the host.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big part of the game, really.
Suck it, Trebek.
Exactly, in the grand tradition of. So we're gonna do 12 questions, a couple of mini games, and a new bit of spicy area, allowing players who are behind to catch up. We're gonna award 1 point per question. The whole mini game may have multiple portions to it, but will still only be worth 1 point. The catch-up can be worth up to 4 points. And the only rule we really care about is that your answer is in the form of actually. Hit the buzzer, wait to be called on, and then give me your correction to the statement in the form of an actually response. If you can be more specific, that's even better, because the best kind of right is technically right. Anybody have any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. Let's try question number 1, and we'll see how that goes. The original home of the Orcish race and the last refuge of the Draenei before their arrival in Azeroth, Draenor, is known by another name amongst the ogres, Dogar, or the Sunstone. Zell has buzzed in.
Actually, nobody ever calls it that. They just called it Disneyland.
They just called it Disneyland. I must have missed that episode. The pathway paved in skulls, though, I guess that's interesting. That's very Disney-esque. Anybody else got any thoughts?
I know nothing about ogres.
We lost to Sev. We'll assume he had the answer and he was disconnected just before. The correct answer is that the ogrish word for Draenor is Dogar, but that means the known earth. The term the Sunstone is actually the Arakoa word for Draenor. So that was a tough one. That was kind of a dickish question. Move on to something a little bit easier.
Rude.
No points. So it's a 3-way tie for third place. Is that how you look at zeros?
It's anybody's game.
First place. It's first place.
Commonly known as the Shapeless Ones, the Naraki are a monstrous race that arose from the organic matter that seeped from the old gods' blighted forms during the primordial era of Azeroth.
Yes, easier.
Zell.
They're actually quite pretty once you get to know them.
I guess that is a matter of personal preference, but not what we're going for.
I'm really glad I studied the lore intensively before this.
Mm-hmm. Anybody need me to reread the question?
Yes, please.
Commonly known as the Shapeless Ones, the Naraki are a monstrous race that arose from the organic matter that seeped from the old gods' blighted forms during the primordial era of Azeroth. I see blank stares.
Actually, it wasn't the old gods.
No, unfortunately, that isn't the wrong portion. They were
Yeah.
created by the old gods. The Naraki have like historically famous. They're like, I guess you'd call them racial leaders. Are Yasiraj, Yogg-Saron, and N'Zoth. I'm gonna call it. I think it looks like nobody's got this one for sure. They are not called the shapeless ones. They are called the faceless ones.
Gosh dang.
Ah, dang it.
It's one of those things where, like, once you hear the correct answer, you're like, oh, fuck you. Shapeless ones, faceless ones, yes. Yeah, all right. Moving on to question number 3. It's still anybody's game. Mages of the arcane are diviners of secrets, balancing the ebb and flow of incredible mystic energies. As such, they operate under 3 specific indelible laws of arcane magic. The first tenet is that magic is powerful. The second is that magic is corrupting. And the third is that magic draws the denizens of the twisting nether to those who wield the arcane. Sav.
Actually, that sounds like warlocks.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Andrew. Oh, I can't hear Andrew. Can anybody hear Andrew?
Actually, no.
Sorry.
Oh.
I wasn't pressing the button that makes me talk.
Mm.
Actually, I don't think the magic draws denizens from the twisting nether, because that's where demons come from, or demons live. I think it would be somewhere else.
It is actually true that magic, arcane specifically, does draw the attention, just the way that What's Her Bucket drew the attention of Sargeras when she was creating the Well of Eternity. That's how we first got the Burning Legion invasion and the War of the Ancients. What if I gave you guys the clue that all 3 of these are correct? Oh no, I've broken them.
I don't play a mage.
I didn't play a mage because I followed the loot rules.
Mm-hmm. All right. The inaccuracy here is that there is a 4th rule of arcane magic, and that is that arcane magic is addicting. You should limit your practice of it because it creates an addiction.
Where did you find these? Did you read like the Chronicle books and like?
Yeah, this was under the medium difficulty section of Chronicles Volume 2.
This sounds like he read the flavor text off some WoW TCG cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are coming. These are the easy questions. Inspired by the game Fable, in Battle for Azeroth's Millstone Hamlet, there are cranky chickens. If you attack one, they will all swarm and attack you back, likely killing you. I think Zelba's first.
Actually, it was inspired by Legend of Zelda. Nobody's ever been inspired by Fable.
Oh, damn. Point Zel and burn. Suck it, Fable. Very famously, you could be the chicken chaser in Fable. They call you Chicken Chaser. Do you chase chickens? But yes, being attacked to death by chickens is clearly a reference to the Kuko from the Legend of Zelda series.
Like how the only question that we've gotten right is not a WoW question.
Yes, that is pretty good. I've got high hopes for this next one, though. It's gonna. One of you will critically think and impress me. The first known spirit to possess the powers of the Lich King through the Helm of Domination was the spirit of the orc shaman Narzuda.
Actually, that was Ner'zhul.
That is correct.
Says the Death Knight.
Yep.
Counter, actually, it was the jailer.
Nice. Yeah. As a bonus point, can anybody tell me who Narzuda is?
He's the guy in the Lich or the Necromancer that we always skip in Necrotic Wake.
Yep, give Andrew a point for that. Yep. I thought they sounded like so similar enough that at first blush you might go, sounds close. But yeah, we've dealt with Narzuda enough for that to be a thorn on your side. All right. I can't see the scoreboard. How are we doing? Okay.
Zell's winning.
Nice. That is the optimistic appraisal.
We're all winning.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Question number 6. The next question. Question next. In-game holidays are a popular way game developers introduce seasonality and real-life culture into the world of Warcraft. This week specifically, the holiday being celebrated throughout Azeroth is the Harvest Festival. Andrew.
It's actually Brewfest.
Actually,
Actually.
so even Sav, you buzzed in second.
Actually, it's Brewfest.
Also not true. but I appreciate that. Would you like me to finish reading the question?
Yes.
In-game holidays are a popular way game developers introduce seasonality and real-life culture into the world of Warcraft. This week, the holiday being celebrated throughout Azeroth is the Harvest Festival, with giant feasts held outside of Ironforge and Orgrimmar to reflect and give thanks to the nourishment the land has provided. Zell.
Actually, the feast is held outside of Stormwind. That's the best I got. I don't know.
That's actually very close. If somebody can't do better, I think I'm going to give Zell a point for that. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry, I can't. You were not close enough. Can anybody do better?
Actually, I believe it's called something about the Horn of Harvest.
Nope, that is also incorrect.
Ugh.
Anybody? All right, we'll call that one. It is the Harvest Festival, but it is to honor the fallen heroes of the Horde Alliance that take place in Ironforge and Orgrimmar, specifically celebrating the untimely deaths of Uther the Lightbringer for the Alliance and Grommash Hellscream for the Horde. Pilgrim's Bounty, which occurs in November, is intended to reflect the gratitude and nourishment provided by the land.
Okay.
All right, we're going to move on now to our very first mini game. This one is called Raid Boss Says What?
Also, Brewfest is happening right now.
But that is true. It's not reflecting the nourishment. Okay. I gotta separate these out for just a second. You guys will see a bit of information in our Discord once everybody has a chance to look at that. This is the opportunity to get back in the game for one of you. 6 raid bosses appear before you, as do 6 voice lines. Take a minute, correctly match the voice line to the raid boss, and after a minute or two, we'll see how everybody's doing. Again, this is about accuracy, not about time. We'll see what everybody's got, and then whoever gets the closest to all of them will get the point. In the event that everybody gets all 6, then we'll have a tiebreaker naming each of these bosses. I love these faces. We toyed with the idea of me poorly voice acting them, but we decided that was an unfair level of difficulty.
I am complete.
No, that's not one of them.
Tiebreaker's naming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Read all of the voice lines in XT. You should have killed me when you had the chance! Oh
Uh,
All right, I'm as done as I'm gonna get.
no! Sev?
you know what? I'll just go with that.
Okay, Andrew was done first. Let's start with him. What have you got?
A is Il'gynoth, and his gaze falls upon you.
Mhm.
B is Mekatork, and it is, I've calculated your odds of survival.
Mhm.
C is I can't remember her name, but it's you should have killed me when you had the chance. It's the lady from
Mhm.
BFA.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll remember the name. D is, don't know the name, but it's power overwhelming.
Mhm.
E is Gahoon, and your husk serves a new master. And F is, I don't know the name, but it's are you certain any of this is real?
That's awesome. That is all 6 correct. Zell, how did you do?
I almost got that, and then somehow I feel like I doubled up on them.
That is less good.
Yeah. Oh, I swapped Il'gynoth and Gahoon.
So
So
you got 4 of 6.
I got 4.
And Sav?
I think the only one I got was B, which was B2, and then I think I got the rest wrong. So
Okay.
from A to F, it's I put A4, B2, C1, D6, E3, and F5.
You got 2 right then, but unfortunately, Andrew got all 6, and all of the names except for Lady Ashvane, the
Ashvane,
Wrath
yeah.
of Ashara, and Skittles. What was his name?
Yeah. You gotta like remember the,
Kithrick?
for me,
Yeah.
it's like what's happening in the fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
one is arcane, right? So power, so that goes with the arcane guy. Though the Kithrix one has the visual guy, the eyeball, Nazoth, right? Shooting, like making you see things in that fight. So, and like if you remember the achievement for that was to use one of the toys, and it made you just see all kinds of crazy stuff and a whole bunch of extra stuff happening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's move back to the core questions. Question number 7.
Are these the easy ones?
These should be these are all the easiest ones. So I expect everyone to get all these. It's going to be a battle of the buzzers for sure.
Okay.
While in-game lore focuses heavily on the 3 Windrunner sisters, extended Warcraft universe content has confirmed the existence of an older brother, Lyrith Windrunner, who was responsible for teaching the sisters how to be rangers.
Actually, that was a younger brother.
Unless anybody can be more specific, that is a point for Sav. There is the potential for someone to be slightly more right, but no, that's going to be point for Sav. Yeah, the factually inaccurate statement is that he is in fact a younger brother who dreamt of becoming rangers like his sisters, and unfortunately was killed when the orcs cut their way into Kel'Thalas. Good job, Sav.
All right, now I know what we're talking about. We're in fan fiction territory. We didn't even talk about the 5th Wind Ranger brother who's like 8 foot tall, and like he's got 5 swords, and one of the swords breathes fire, and he's like,
oh, you're talking about Savane Windrunner.
yeah.
Bye.
All right. Question number 8. Archimonde was one of the 3 leaders of the Eridar, ruling his people on Argus alongside Kil'jaeden and Velen in peace and harmony. He was eventually convinced to join the fallen Titan Sargeras after being promised not only knowledge and power, but most importantly, the answer to the question, Where is Mankirk's wife? Sav, I thought I saw buzz in. Oh, you didn't reset. Sorry, Sav, go ahead.
Actually, he wasn't in Baron's trade chat at all.
Oh man. So in classic actually fashion, okay, we got Andrew first, then Zell.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't where Mankirk's wife is. I just don't know what the correct question is.
Mhm. Unless Zell, unless you can be more specific, I think we'll give the point to Andrew, who has definitely zeroed in on what the inaccuracy here in the statement is.
Sav threw away the point, though.
Good joke, though. It's all about the bants.
Actually, Sargeras promised him knowledge and power and protection for the race of the Draenei in exchange for service.
A really good guess. It is not what we're looking for, though. He
Heck,
promised
I know.
him knowledge and power, and he also promised to answer the question of what is the one underlying flaw in the universe.
Oh yeah, Baron's chat.
Yeah, Baron's chat.
Damn it. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, great bants. So I think that's a point for Andrew for being able to identify what was wrong when no one else had any ideas.
Don't make it any more obvious, would you?
This is a no stress for Sav, but your Death Daddy will be grievously disappointed in you.
I know.
During the final battle against the Lich King at the Frozen Throne, Frostmourne was shattered by Ashbringer, which was wielded by Tyrion Foredragon. In Legion, these shards of Frostmourne are later gathered by Blood Death Knights and forged into... Go ahead, Sav.
I'm sorry. I buzzed in too early. I didn't hear the rest of it.
Zell, go ahead.
Actually, the shards are gathered by Frost Death Knights.
Yep, that is what was wrong here. We went on to say that the Rune Blades, Bloodbringer, and Death Reaper are now known as the Blades of the Prince. But you were right; they were gathered by Frost Death Knights, and they were actually called Icebringer and Frost Reaper. Point for Zell. Critical
Well
thinking
done,
there. I
Zell.
like that. Yeah, that was.
That
And you
might
knew it
be
right
one-
away too.
That it might be one of the coolest things I've ever seen in WoW.
All right. Who has the lowest point total? Because it is time. Okay.
Zell and Sav.
Zell and Sav, you guys are both tied for the player with the lowest score. I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10, which I'm going to show Destiny off screen for verification purposes, and the person who gets the closest to it will get to pick.
2.
5.
Zell picks. He was the
Oh.
closest to 3, which was the number I had guessed. This is our round called Ketchup and Muster. It's condiment time. You're behind. You will pick the category that we will ask a series of 4 rapid-fire questions about. The categories for today are Magic the Gathering, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Dungeons and Dragons, or RTM Guild History.
I'm not picking the guild one. I've only been here for a couple of years. Magic the Gathering.
Okay. Magic the Gathering rapid-fire questions. Unlike previous questions, we don't really care about the actually part. It's more just about whether or not you can get them right. Some of these are deep cuts. In the event that you're floundering, I may be able to offer you some help, suggestions. Question number 1. In their first press announcement about the upcoming trading card game, Wizards of the Coast didn't refer to the game as Magic the Gathering. What was it called? A simple hint is that it would later become the name of a Magic card.
Land.
So close. All right, I'll give you multiple choice. How about A, Mana Bond, B, Mana Bloom, C, Mana Clash, or D, Mana Flare? Sev.
Mana Clash?
That is correct. Point for
Oh.
Sev.
Yeah.
Yep. When Richard Garfield first created the game, he called it Magic, but there was a concern that it was too generic a name from a legal perspective. So to solve this, they came up with a new name, but Garfield was never happy with it. He and the playtester still referred to it as Magic. Later, just before retail, the compromise was to add a suffix to the name, creating Magic: The Gathering. What evergreen keyword was first introduced in the Legions expansion? Also, I really love Wallet Drainer as a potential name for the game and also a card. That's well done, Trollin. Magic the Wallet Draining.
That was the expansion where we went to Argus, right?
Yes. All right. Nobody seems to know it right off the bat. So multiple choice. Is it A, haste, B, double strike, C, flash, or D, vigilance? Zell.
C, flash?
I am sorry, no. Sav and then Andrew.
Is it vigilance?
It is not. 50-50, Andrew.
I'll choose option A.
Oh no!
I was
All
going to
right.
say vigilance, and then Sam said it.
You're welcome.
Double Strike was created by someone submitting mechanics in the very first You Make the Card competition. Sadly, their name has been lost to time. It wasn't appropriate for the green creature that they had turned it in for, but it was eventually used for the first time in Legions. Haste premiered earlier in that year in 6th edition. Flash premiered many years later in Time Spiral, and Vigilance premiered years after that in the Champions of Kamigawa. This one is going to be challenging. Including time-shifted cards, how many non-evergreen, either then or now, named keyword or ability word mechanics appeared in the Time Spiral set? That's a lot of time-shifted cards. But how many non-evergreen keyword or ability word mechanics appeared in Time Spiral? Andrew?
3.
No. But I like that guess.
Had to pick a number between 1 and a million.
Zell?
18.
That is awesome, because when I took this, when Destiny asked me this question, that was my answer, because I knew it had to be a lot.
Mhm.
Also, unfortunately, incorrect, but
Dang it.
I like that we thought the exact same thing. Let's go to multiple choice then. Is it A, 7, B, 9, C, 11, D, 13? Zell?
13.
That is correct.
I knew it was a lot.
Yep, exactly. Between the main spec and the time-shifted cards, there were 13 non-evergreen keywords. Buyback, Echo, Flanking, Flashback, Kicker, Madness, Morph, Rampage, Shadow, Split Second, Storm, Suspend, and Threshold.
I remember when Magic the Gathering was simple.
Yeah, right? Last question in the Ketchup and Mustard round. Which character who appears in Zendikar was originally created for the Duels of the Planeswalker video game? Zell?
Teferi?
No, but a good guess.
I'm just impressed that somebody knows the character name.
Mm-hmm. Was it A, Iona, B, Lorthos, C, Nissa Ravane, D, Soren Markov? Sav?
I want to say B.
You can want that all day long. That is not the correct answer, unfortunately.
Gosh dang it.
Anybody else? It says I was disconnected from the buzzer, so
Yeah,
somebody
same
give
here.
me the thumbs up if we need to buzz.
No, I'm just going to keep clicking this button.
Buzz.
Oh,
Do we need to reset the buzzer?
Yeah, the room code is gone.
All right, the lightning round's over. Now we go to fisticuffs.
Right?
It was C, Nissa Ravane.
Gosh dang it.
When designing the original Duels of the Planeswalker video game, there were 3 decks that didn't make sense with the existing Planeswalkers lineup. So they made 3 new planeswalkers just for the game: Nissa, Ral, and Kiora. The plan was that if they got popular enough, they would eventually find homes in future sets. Nissa even appeared on the box of the game.
Whoa.
HSJX is the new room code. HSJXTY. HSJXTY.
I love that you just started saying letters. I was like, is this the last question? What does this mean?
These are numbers that I dreamt of last night. What do they mean?
Can you say that one more time, John?
I don't remember. HSGXTY?
JXT.
JXTY. Pretty
I
close.
knew I was missing something.
All right, is everybody back in the room? Oh, I'm not in.
Yep, here we go.
Okay, sorry about that. Back to the game. Where are the scores at now?
3-way tie.
All tied up.
Nice. Perfect.
Tied for first.
The ketchup round did its job. In Warcraft, dragonflights represent different types of dragons. While there are many different dragonflights, 5 specifically rose to power above their brethren. These were the red dragonflight. Zell?
Actually, there are 5, but it does not include the copper dragonflight that was dropped from the 3rd edition monster manual for D&D because nobody knew what they were.
Excellent. You must have. Did the question already appear on stream?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it was super fast. Point Zell. There is no copper dragonflight in the World of Warcraft. If you like copper dragons, see D&D.
It's the bronze dragonflight. That's Chromie. She's the best.
She is the best. All right. The next question regards the World of Warcraft movie, which, as a guild, I'm sure we know nothing about. Released in 2016, the source for the movie adaptation was taken from the Lord of the Rings books. Only instead of Sauron and the orcs. Did you reset or did Zell just buzz in?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'll keep reading. The source of the movie adaptation was taken from the Lord of the Rings, only instead of Sauron and the orcs being clearly evil, they were humanized as another race of intelligent creatures trying to survive through the death of their... Zell?
Actually, the movie was not released in 2016. I would have remembered that because that was not a bad year. It was 2015.
I like that you were very, very certain of that. To my knowledge, it was for sure released in 2016.
Rats. 2016 sucked.
No. Anybody else got a guess? Andrew?
Assuming it's not a trick question, actually it wasn't based off of Lord of the Rings.
That is the point that is incorrect. So unless somebody can be any more specific or give me the correct answer, we're going to give the point to Andrew. In a world where like all fantasy properties can in some form or fashion probably share some real estate with Tolkien's properties, specifically the movie was based on 2 Warcraft novels, Rise of the Horde and The Last Guardian, which detail the orcish invasion from each side of the war. So point Andrew.
So fan fiction.
By and large, Destiny wanted me to share this really interesting quote from the director Duncan Jones. He was interviewed by Thrillist about why he believes the movie didn't do as well commercially as he had hoped, and his response is, I think there might have been an element of cynicism. A lot of guys and girls out there had their relationships broken up because their significant others played too much Warcraft. Or for whatever reason, they don't like Warcraft because of rivalry with another game they prefer.
That makes
That
no
is-
sense.
That's why the game tanked, or that's why the movie
Yeah,
tanked.
100%. It wasn't the 7 on Rotten Tomatoes.
And for no other reason. Excellent. Too many significant others not doing their husbandly or wifely duties, instead playing World of Warcraft, turned them off to the movie.
Oh my gosh.
At least he thought that Warcraft players had significant others.
Yeah, so upside, right? Like, we're changing the narrative a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
All right, question number 12. As a baby, Thrall was found amongst the bloodied bodies of his murdered parents by Adelis Blackmore, commander of the internment camps that held the orcs after the end of the Second War. He was given the name Thrall, another word for slave, and taken to the Blackmore's personal fortress, Durnhold Keep. There he was raised as a gladiator, while the savagery of an orc met with the keen intellect of a human. One fateful day, after being savagely beaten for losing in the arena, his escape from captivity was aided by Jaina Proudmoore. Sev.
Actually, his escape from Durnhold wasn't by Jaina Proudmoore. It was actually by another woman who I'm forgetting the name of. I think her name is Teresa.
I'm going to give it. Zell buzzed in. Zell, unless you can give me the exact name.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I'm going to give that to Sav because you are right. It's not Jaina, and the actual woman was Taretha
Teresa, gosh dang it.
Foxton. Yep.
Well
Thrall
done.
and Jaina have a long history of working together. After he became the war chief, she did not know him personally during his slave days. His closest friend and confidant at Durnhold Keep was Taretha Foxton, the daughter of Blackmore's personal secretary, and the wet nurse who ended up nursing Thrall as a baby. For this reason, she regarded him as her green-skinned brother.
I assumed that everything in that last sentence was correct after hearing you say that Thrall lost in the arena.
Burn. All right, we're going to move into our last minigame and the final question of our show. I'm going to give you guys another graphic in Discord. This one will again show 6 raid bosses, but this time I'm going to need each of you to arrange them in the chronological order that their respective raids came out. Again, as a tiebreaker, we'll use names for these raid bosses. And it has been pointed out to me by a fan that there is the potential for cheating here. Not that I think anybody would, so maybe you could each write your answers down in Discord. That way you can't, like, say, for example, here's Zell's answer, and oh yeah, I got the same.
I'm writing it down on paper.
Perfect.
It's not going to help me, but here we go.
That's the spirit.
I am done.
It's either really good, or really bad.
I am also done. This one I don't know as well.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Do you guys want to write your answers in Discord, or do you want to just trust the code of the contestant and give them to me verbally?
I sent them directly to you in Discord.
Okay.
I want to flash my card so that I can prove that I was wrong.
Let's start with Zell then and the flashing of the cards.
Heck yeah. Look at this card where I wrote CBDFEA backwards, because that's how cameras work.
CB. You got 4 correct.
Heck yeah, I'm the best.
I need to check
You
how-
are currently the best.
Can I show mine?
Andrew, unfortunately, only you got 2. Wow, only you? You only got 2 correct.
What? Rude.
You inverted the other 2. Yeah. Go ahead, Sav. Flash me.
So they're backwards, but it's CDBFEA.
Oh my goodness, that is all 6 correct.
Nice.
That is impressive, Sav. Yeah, that's point for Sav. What does that bring us to score-wise? Sav wins? Yes,
Yeah.
another brand new champion. So 2 games, 2 champions. I was hoping for a legacy, but really well done. For points that mean nothing, can anybody give me the name of all 6 of those?
No.
I don't know. I don't know C, but D is Cho'Gall.
Mhm.
B is Lei Shen. Oh no,
Nope.
not Lei Shen. Raden. Sorry.
Yep.
Then let me pull up the graphic here. Sorry. Uh,
You mean Google?
no, no, gosh. Helia is E.
Mhm.
F is Blackhand, and
Mhm.
I don't know A or C off the top of my head, but I know C is from that one. I believe he's from the PvP raid
Mhm.
In Lich King, yep. What
in
if I
Lich
told
King.
you that was called Archivon's Vault?
I are I'm getting word that it's Archivon.
Yeah, that's Archivon the Stonewatcher, and A is Unot.
Unot.
Uunat.
I
Unot.
didn't actually raid Unot, so
Who is? I is Unot. Yeah, I think I don't know if we did that on heroic as a guild or not. I think we
We
did it
didn't.
normal, but I don't think we actually. It was the in between raid. It was just
Oh, gross.
the
Yeah.
2 boss mini raid. I think
Yeah,
we
we
were
did on normal.
a little burned out and just decided that this wasn't worth it between raids that actually mattered.
I went and did it as a recruitment effort, trying to get Botany Bay to come over.
Yeah.
So I raided it heroic with Botany Bay, and then they raided with us the next raid, but then they fell apart.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for watching another edition of Trivia in the style of Actually, I had fun. So, as contestants, there were a couple of questions that seemed difficult, and others that seemed very easy. Like, is there enough spread in difficulty there, or were some of those just impossibly too hard?
the first 2 questions were just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like, if those weren't the first 2 questions, no problem. But going into question 3, I was like, oh man, what did I sign up for the next hour?
Was there
This-
anybody? Go ahead.
I was going to say the stuff that we get to play through seemed to be easier questions.
Is there anybody in chat watching today that knew that the shapeless ones were actually the faceless ones? Because like sometimes there's like a narrow sample of I didn't know any of the answers to this week's Jeopardy, therefore it was an impossibly stupid round of Jeopardy. Where that could just be that the subjects were algorithms and deep sea fishing, of which I know nothing about those subjects, so I wasn't going to do well. Or were they just really bad questions?
While
In terms of
we wait
difficulty.
for Trollin to digitally raise his hand because he knows everything, I want to at least say that was the only one of those that I was like, maybe I know, but I'm scared to look stupid, which faded really fast, but only because of like the only clue I had was there is one card from the original Hearthstone set called Faceless Manipulator, and I was like, maybe that's it. I'm not betting anything on Hearthstone. Screw that.
The Magic the Gathering thing that Zell chose, I was like, I don't know any of these, and I got one question right, and I'm like, oh my god.
I want to know the history questions that you had lined up for RTM, and how bad I would do at them.
Do we want to do that? Since this
Yeah.
happened, I think, faster than we were expecting. We can go back and do just for fun
Sure.
the RTM history questions.
Yeah.
I guess
I saw that
buzzer
as a
still-
category, and I was like, oh, like you can't pick that one, right?
No, I can't pick that one because the guild leader's here.
right. Like, and just how do you get any of these wrong? Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. Question number 1 in the RTM history subcategory: when was the Registered Trademark Guild founded?
Yeah. Can make me do math.
Sev.
It was founded during Legion. Oh no. Yes. Yeah. No.
Sure.
Actually.
Yep.
During my life.
Yeah.
During well,
Actually, this is a harder
wanna-
question.
If we want to go trickier, the guild was founded on the Horde side, when it was semanticals, but
No,
Oh, that
we
trick
specifically
question.
call out a registered trademark. Yeah.
yeah, but registered trademark was, as far as I know, was founded during Legion time. I believe prior to the Kill Jaden fight.
That's incorrect.
Oh, okay.
To
Hey.
the best of my research, I have it as November 2017.
That's also, that should be incorrect. It should be January of or December or January of December 2016, January 2017. It was founded after I went to BlizzCon, right? So, and it was right at the beginning of the raid tier for Argus, and that started in January.
You're muted.
Meg with
Oh, she's saying that the guild may have been chartered in 2017, but she knows that we changed servers from Horde to Alliance in November of 2017.
yeah, it was right after. It was right after. Wait, November 2016, right? Yeah.
Megan's pretty sure about her research, and she insists it's November 2017, but we could find that BlizzCon, I suppose.
Yeah,
Blaze
I don't
says
like
we
it
started.
I don't like it when mom, dad, and dad fight.
Period. Yeah, we'll do some deep diving research when we have to issue a question. The second question we had, that is this one. This one is a little bit trickier. What was the first register trademark only earned AOTC achievement for? So, what was the first registered trademark guild ahead of the curve?
I mean, it was.
I saw Sav buzz first, and
Yeah.
then Zell.
Oh no, that my buzzer
Oh,
wasn't reset, so it was
Zell.
Zell.
Heck, if I know, I'm gonna guess Ollier.
It was Argus. It counts in WoW progress, like, and it shows up in Raider IO as a guild kill.
Yep. And Taurus the Burning Throne, the ahead of the curve for Argus the Unmaker, was our first guild AOTC on February 25th, 2008.
I was close.
Yeah, we raided Tomb as well, but it was after the raid tier started, and we just wanted to get folks in.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it was like half
after.
plugged. Yeah, it was half our guild, half two other guilds. So I think our first guild only.
And it was after AOTC passed because it was after the raid tier started.
Mm-hmm. When was the first RTM Transmog contest?
Oh,
I'd accept even a season and a year rather than a date.
I buzzed in. I'm gonna
Go
make
ahead.
a wild guess
Mm-hmm.
and say it was probably back in 2019.
Nope.
This one you can look up if you're savvy in our Discord.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to cheat my way to victory in this game that matters even less.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the winner?
So I was trying to remember because I knew it was super early. It wasn't recent. And it's in our archive on Discord. The announcement is from me, hear ye, Anduin Lane, the bitch Rin, King of Stormwood, High King of the Alliance, has decreed treasure befit those who fight with the highest of fashion and flair. I spent a lot of time writing this. Holy cow. That's
Wow.
a deep cut, Meg.
Oh, man.
To prove your worth, capture your most elegant armor, captivating pose, and magnificent backdrop. Share embodiment of your character in the fashion show channel for all to be impressed. I put up 250k gold. Calvin Ball rules apply. That was 8/10/2018.
Yep, that is our very first RTM trans. That is, and like you say, that's going in the way machine. I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
without research. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure anybody was going to get there.
I was without remembering. I was going to say the end of Legion, like that first drought at the end of Legion, but it looks like it was at the start of. Was it at the start of BFA?
I think 2018 would put it at the beginning of BFA. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, it's weird though, because that's how I remembered it time-wise too. Was at the end of Legion, because we had time and resources to kill.
Oh my gosh, there's so many, and that was when we posted images. So yeah, you guys should go back and look
It's
at.
worth a view.
It's worth a view, yeah.
I
All right.
scrolled very quickly and I saw a rat mount and I'm like, I don't know.
All right, last question for all the marbles. What has been the standing advice from RTM leadership regarding character selection for each new raid tier?
Play what you like.
Hey,
Yep.
there's
Yeah.
Zell.
Yeah. I know that one because you guys have
Yep.
told me that like 30 times.
We keep having to tell you it too.
It sucks. Why don't you just tell me what I like already?
And we will continue to say it each and every raid tier. What should I play? What you enjoy playing. All right.
Sure.
Well, thank you everybody for participating in this game. Thanks for watching, including 4 very convoluted bonus questions. Yeah, that's all I got for today. RTM family, we are going to be raiding very shortly, and eat your Wheaties, have a healthy dinner, because we are going to see Sylvanas tonight, and I would like to kill her. I don't think I'm overreaching by saying tonight could be AOTC. We've got a lot to learn for sure in Sylvanas, but I imagine KT is 5 pulls. We did it in less than that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the double shaman that we were missing last week, or on
Yep.
Wednesday rather.
Picking up double spirit totem.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
SLT makes those glacial spike oopses possibly survivable. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for playing. Congratulations once again to Sav, who is our Warcraft trivia in the style of I'm actually champion. I guess you'll have to defend your title the next time we play. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. I'm out of here.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Also, 2017 was correct.